Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead reading for May 31st through June 6th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. If this is about you and another person, this could resonate with theirs or your moon, rising, or Venus sign. All right, so this is your week ahead for May 31st through June 6th. All right, Libra. Oopsie. Week ahead for Libra. Okay. 10 of Wands. All right. Busy week perhaps. Ace of Wands. Queen of Cups. That could be Cancerian. The World. The Star card. Boobies. This could be Aquarius. The Moon. Gemini, no, Cancer or Pisces. Interesting, the Star and the Moon. What have we got going on that you're not telling somebody? Three of Wands here. Okay. All right, Libra. Okay. Okay, Libra, is somebody asking you to wait, or are you trying to heal? Are you conflicted? Because money is fine. It's not a concern here. This is you. Are you trying to keep yourself busy? Oh, okay. You need to not. I shouldn't say need to, but I feel like you're waffling on something. You're thinking about giving something a second chance or kind of negotiating with something, and you need to not. And the thing is, there's this element of kind of deceiving yourself or kind of like talking yourself into it by only acknowledging certain angles or certain facts. Like it's almost like trying to find a way to justify something. Okay. Or maybe someone is telling you things in that vein, like they're trying to justify their behavior or actions or something. All right, okay. What's this Ace of Wands for Libra? What's this Ace of Wands? Can't do it that way. I gotta do it this way. Whoopsie. Ace of Wands for Libra. Okay, 10 of Cups. What's this World card about for Libra? Judgment. Is this you kind of going back and forth on your decisions? Somebody's talking at you or you're wondering if you did the right thing, or because I feel like you're being asked to trust or have faith, or it's just there's a rawness to this and a vulnerability because of that. So in this right here, is this you giving someone else a second chance after things ended, and then it's like, well. And the thing is, you don't have to engage in anything with this situation. Like, you don't have to do that. So it's almost like it could be that you're making things harder for yourself because you're even considering it. But it feels like there's a real pull to this situation that is over. And it feels like it's very difficult for you to stay away or to not be involved or at least engaged on some level with a past situation, situationship perhaps. What's this Star card about for Libra? Strength. Yeah. Somebody, or it's like they're the doozy. This is you kind of making it so far into a journey forward, movement forward, and then you're doubting yourself, or you're negotiating again, or you're talking to you're in talks with someone again. What's this Queen of Cups? And the thing is, I'm not talking about a job here. This feels like a romantic situation that you've gone so far by yourself, but you're starting to have doubts or you're starting to question, and just consider that might possibly be because you for the Libras I'm reading for, you thrive in relationships. There has to be that balance. You're born for that, right? And it's very hard to not be for you, because you want the balance and you want the counterbalance. And this is you starting to question, like, did I do the right thing? Just because there's a clearing. And I think you're uncomfortable with the quiet and the silence and the clearing. I think that you're like, well, this is boring, and you're maybe wanting what was familiar, or you're just, there's questioning, did you do the right thing here? That's what you're asking yourself. This is Queen of Cups about for Libra. Ace of Swords. Yeah. What's this Moon card about for Libra? Eight of Wands, sorry. Okay, so this is this you leaving in the middle of the night? This is Three of Wands here. The thing is that I think it feels like what you're doing is the right thing to do. It's just you didn't expect it to feel this way, or you didn't expect where you are now to be what it is, with the decisions that you've made. What's this Three of Wands? Meaning, I think you're kind of over it. You're kind of overthinking about this. You're kind of over the pain. You're kind of and you're kind of looking for relief for that rather than staying the course. Just because it's like it's gotten annoying. Let's be honest. You're like, I don't have time for this. You know what? I'd rather just. I think you just want to not feel that way. This is Three of Wands for Libra. There's an impatience about it. That's what there's like an impatience about it, and this is about you kind of learning that there needs to be. I hate to say that calm is okay, but that when you get into that murky area of how you feel about something, the answer is not to run out to fix it somehow, to re-engage in conversation, or to this. The answer, this is about you sitting in the silence and the stillness and just letting it be and letting that kind of percolate. I feel like for the situation you're in, there's kind of a dance that you and this person do, and they know when to come back when you've cooled off, aka when the silence starts to get to you. And so this could be another cycle of that for the Libras that I'm reading for. So this is about you knowing what is best for you to do and kind of having a hard time doing it. And it might just be that you need to create more physical distance from you and this person. If you're already physically distant, then this is about cutting things off social media wise, like just not letting them get to you. Because for the Libras I'm reading for, it's kind of a struggle for you to keep your own counsel this week. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that it's hard for you. You're, I think, trying to solve how you feel is the best way to put it. You're trying to solve how you feel. And this is not something to be solved. It is rather a state of being needing to be accepted and just observed right now. Do you know what I mean? You can't fix normal. So this is you just kind of having to hang in there. That's an awesome endorsement for a week, right? Jeez Louise. Let's see what else here. And it's not that it's depressing. Everything, you're fine. I mean, work's fine, money's fine. There's flow here. It's just that this is occupying a lot of mental energy, and I think you're kind of overthinking about this situation or feeling how you feel about it, and you're looking for a solution. And the solution is to not find a solution. The solution is this is part of the movement forward for you. The enduring this, so to speak. So this is you just kind of keeping busy and keeping your focus and your eye on the future, and understanding that this is going to take time to step back to rights for you. That this is going to take time. On the flip side, this very well could be that you actually are in talks with someone again. And maybe they're at a distance, and it's a blessing and a curse, because distance gives you time to think, and at a distance is like, oh, we want to get this off the ground. But because there is that distance, there's just so much uncertainty. So it's just like, and trust is an issue here, whether you can trust them or not. And this is, if this is you reconciling with someone, It is also going to take time. So whether you're moving forward by yourself or with someone, it is going to take time to build trust with that person again. And it's going to take work. It's going to take trust, and it's going to take work. I think this is... But what I have to say, what I like is that there's this mental energy, like, okay, I know how I feel, but what is best? Like, what do I need to do? What should I do? Let's think about this clearly. Like, let's have some clarity of thought with my feelings here. And I think that doesn't mean solving it. It means understanding your feelings. It doesn't mean solving your feelings. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean doing something about it. It just means acknowledging and observing, going, oh, wow, okay, so this is one of those weeks. Or, oh, yeah, I remember this. Because it feels like there's this want to, the minute you feel something, to go out and to do something about it, and there's nothing to be done except for to just kind of work its way through, you know what I mean, like it run its course and you move forward, whether that's with somebody, if you're actually considering a fresh new start with them. I feel like this is you looking forward to the future, staying the course, having kind of ups and downs about this, and when this person does reach out or does want to talk about something innocuous, like, well, we still need to sign the papers, that usually typically leads to a discussion, more so than just the papers, at least for the dynamic of the Libras that I'm reading for. And so this is you needing to have your wits about you and stay the course. There's familiarity here, like I said, with this dance that you kind of did with this person. It was a lot of work, and you can tap out. You don't need to engage or respond. If you do have to, there are ways you can do it where you can do it very neutrally or very much at a distance, like just keeping to the... but it seems like this person deeply affected you or affects you, and it's hard for you to kind of stay the course once they reinsert themselves. So this might be one of those weeks where you're like, oh, God, I'm just going to have to remember what's best for me and give myself grace and patience moving forward, because I know I'm going to waffle and be wonky about this. You know what I mean? All right. And that goes for if you're actually deciding to give this person another chance, that it is going to be weird. There's going to be a lot of unknowns, and you're going to need to give each other grace. I feel like this is a solo move forward. I don't feel like this is working something out with your person, but it very well could be. This could either be you starting anew with your person and making a go of it, even though it's a lot of work, a lot to unpack here, but you're committed. Or this is you walking away from the old and heading towards your future and seeing what's to come while you're busy working. That's why work is good, by the way. That's why there's, I don't think you're worried financially here. It's a busy week for you as far as work. You're keeping busy, but a lot of mental energy is going into this situation that you're going back and forth on. That was for Libra. Whoopsie. Nine of Cups, good, yay. Keep that. This needs to be what makes you happy, though, versus what feels good in the moment, or what will alleviate some discomfort. They're two different things. What makes you feel at peace and contented versus what gets rid of the uncomfortable feelings and just kind of alleviates any kind of like disconnect or dissonance in the moment. Make sure that you understand the difference between that, and you're doing what's best for you, that you see it clearly and going, okay, am I just relieving temporary discomfort here and we're doing the dance like we always do, or am I active, like doing what's good for me, what's best for me? And the right person would want you to do what's best for you. You know what I mean? They wouldn't want to compete with that. So if this is you having to lay down the sword to make room for somebody, that's worth looking at more deeply. Because people who benefit from you not having boundaries don't want you to put them back up, obviously, right? So there's distance involved here, which could be a blessing and a curse. Like I said, because if this is another go around, it could be like, why aren't you here? If it isn't, it's like there's a lot that can be done independently, and trust is already an issue here. And I think that speaks to you being able to trust yourself. Also, just because it's times like this when the going gets tough that we do need to know if we can trust ourselves. And the waffling is really hard. And I think it's just really hard, and it's something that it's par for the course. We all go through it, right? But I don't want you to feel like you can't do it, or that you're that you can't do it and beat yourself up over it. You know what I mean? Because we all go through this. It's and just because you're choosing to endure it instead of do what's easy, that's what you're doing. There's no judgment here. I just want you to do what's best for you. All right, what else for Libra? Cherish memories of loved ones, and that could be why that you're over the anger and the initial and then the nostalgia sets in, and so that's why we're kind of waffling or going, well, maybe about this time when the good times and the good memories settle in. Then that's when someone might reinsert themselves. It's like they're kind of cashing in on the vulnerability here. And if it's meant to be, fine. I mean, your dynamic. I just want it to be with your best interest at heart, because I don't want it to be that you're just uncomfortable. It's gone on long enough. Let's just wrap this up. Can we just do how we always do? And yeah. Okay. So much love to you, and whatever you decide to do, please don't beat yourself up. Baby steps, and be kind to yourself. We all go through it. It's one of those things. So just Spirit has your back. You baby steps. And have your wits about you, and have your best interest at heart here, because you're going to need to. I think the other person might be doing the same thing, wanting to relieve their discomfort, and so they find their way back to you, and it doesn't mean that you're responsible for helping them with that or solving that. The memories might be getting the better of both of you. Okay. All right. I hope this was helpful. I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care, and you be kind to yourself, and you keep looking forward. You keep doing you. All right. Much love to you. Oh, thank you for your service if you're a first responder or essential worker. And you take care, Libra.